Okay, everyone, we're doing LeetCode move 0. So this is just a problem of maneuvering. Given an integer array nums, move all zeros to the end of it while maintaining the relative order of the non-zero elements. Note that you must do this in place without making a copy of the array. So they give the example, so say you have 0, 1, 0, 3, 12. You push all the numbers that aren't 0 up to the front, and the rest you fill up with zeros. And you need to do this in place, so you can't just kind of push everything onto a new array. That would be too simple. But it might be a solution if you have no idea what's going on. Instead, we'll start off with a little sanity check here. If nums.empty return. Otherwise, how are we going to do this? Well, we're going to set an index to 0. We're going to do our little fancy C++11 initialization. We just want to keep track of this index, which is the first 0 available. Every time we encounter a non-zero, we push it onto that index, and then we increment the index by 1. So it's easier if you just see the process at work. So for int I, we start off at 0. Let's just stick to these weird initializations. Nums.size, we're just going to iterate through nums. And this is the meat of this maneuver. So if nums I not equals 0, then we just set nums index to nums I, and then we increment the index by 1. Now, at the end of all this, in the current example, our index should now be 0, 1, 2, 3. We just need to take all of these, because we actually didn't change the values yet. Now we need to pass our little conveyor belt and change all the values that are still remaining to zeros, since everything else would have been crushed. Let's do that. For int I, let's start off let's use I again, and I this time will not be 0, but rather will be initialized with the value of index. I smaller than nums.size, I++, and then you could set nums I equals 0, and if everything works right, the code will run, submit, and we're golden. Thanks for watching, everyone.